I want to drill in on the audio Bibles a little bit more, because you mentioned that. This was interesting, because they were showing me this at your house the other day, right? But like these little packets of micro SD cards, and it's like, okay, so this is 50. What language is this? Right
That's
here?
Creole. That's a Portuguese.
Oh, okay,
Creole.
so this is Portuguese Creole, and like this is 50 of them, and I can easily, I could fit a bunch of these packets in my hand. It's like so cool because you can easily distribute these.
That's right.
But I think we would say like a print Bible would be ideal, because then you can follow along with the preacher as they're doing a sermon.
Yeah.
But I don't know if people, at least for me, it was a real shock when I realized how many people in this area have never learned to read or write.
Right.
Can you speak into that? Because like that, in that case, if they can't read or write, you basically have no other option except an audio Bible.
Yes, I think especially outside the city, like outside of Ziegenshore here where we live, once you get out to the village, the literacy rate jumps, and especially for women. Most women don't have a lot of education in the village, and so they're not able to read or write. In fact, I know very few that do. I think there was one girl that's helping, leading a small group now, that's a new church starting. She's the only one that can read out of that group. But most of the time, ladies are more so not to read or write. And in the village, I would say it's the majority. The majority. We give out more audio Bibles than we do the written text, for sure. And so it's a huge ask. I mean, without the SD card, I mean, we would be crippled to get the Word of God into people's ears, because we wouldn't. Most 60, 70%, maybe more, cannot. At least where we're working now, it's been my experience in this area. Don't read, especially don't read French, because that's definitely for the educated here. Even though it's the language, that's definitely for the educated. And for the Portuguese Creole, there is in Guinea-Bissau, if you go to school, you can read it. But if you don't, more than likely you can't. Even though you can kind of teach it. It's an easier language. But for the French, you have to have gone to school, and so many haven't done that.
That's really interesting, though, because like when you told me, like, yeah, we can just simply put an audio Bible on a micro SD card, and then people can plug it into their dumb phone or an MP3 player if they have one, or a solar player like this, which you can pick up in a market or something, and then bingo, they have a Bible, because they don't have internet. They're not going to be able to get an app or whatever to be able to find that online or something, or if they can't read it. I never thought of that as something that could be done. And I guess you guys figured that out, or something. I don't know, somewhere you put that together, right? And you just started.
Well, we started in India. Right? We had the same problem in India.
Okay.
We saw a lot of growth, and we had a large percentage couldn't read in the village, just like you had a high illiteracy rate. And so we used the SD cards. So when we came in April of 2016, we brought that strategy with us. And as we started to have growth and we saw the need for the Word, so at the time, I just bought a duplicator and had a team bring it from the States, and we could duplicate 7 cards at a time, which I would spend hours, and my daughter would be on there. We would duplicate cards, whatever areas we're working. But now, we get a lot of cards in from people that are duplicating them in the States for us. And so
that's really cool.
Yeah, and so we're able to get them out in mass now.